Radio.
The views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host, guests, and callers who are responsible for their content and do not reflect the opinions of InTouch Radio or its staff.
Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of On the Cruise with your girl, Ebony Cruz. And now today's show and every show is focused on entrepreneurship, how to build your business, leverage the internet, and have the success you want, whether online in a traditional business. And now you all know I do focus more with our online community. And today, my online community on YouTube kind of been like, listen, you have been ignoring us. So I have to make sure I answer some questions for some of those that have been online. I got to say thank you guys so much who are on YouTube and who do follow the channels or follow the shows that I put up or the videos that I do put up, who ask questions. It's a lot of people I've been getting the opportunity to meet on YouTube, and because I'm not always on YouTube, I sometimes miss folks. So if you're tuning in for the very first time, this show is all about teaching you how to build and leverage a business online. And typically, I always have a guest. However, like I said, today we are not doing a guest. Now, what you all can do today for those that are looking to learn how to build your Facebook pages. I say this on every show. You can visit successwithebonycruz.com. There is a 5-day challenge on there. It's a 5-day free challenge to show you how to leverage Facebook, fix your profile page, fix your storefront, and start to build your business. All right, guys and gals, that is something that you all need to start doing, because what you don't understand, Facebook is your billboard, and it's for free. And you guys got to learn how to start using it. All right, so I'm going to give out the line and also jump into some of the questions. And I'm going to try to get through as many as I possibly can today. So the phone number here is 813-444-9588, 813-444-9588. Those that are watching on Facebook Live, someone put that in the comments for me, 813-444-9588. And we're just going to go ahead and jump on into this thing. All right, let's go. Okay, so my first question that I had, and this is from a young lady from Australia, all right? She said, what are some of the basics for starting a business online? A lot of businesses that I want to do, or affiliate marketing programs that I want to do, are based from the U.S. Does it make sense for me to join some type of program like this, or should I look for something more home-based? Well, being that you're online, hon, you can jump into pretty much anything as long as you're looking for currency, making sure that you can accept payments. Now, one thing I've ran into when I first came online is that I wasn't able to accept payments from certain countries. And so that's something that you do have to look into, is how you're going to start receiving this income, when you start reaching out. Because you're online, remember, you have access to everyone, all right? So don't limit yourself with who or should I be home-based, unless you want to try to build that foundation in your home front. I do understand that, but if your focus is building an online business, then I would just focus on making sure, one, that I do follow the GDPR guidelines of accepting payments from other countries, but also making sure that I do have a payment method so I can accept payments from other countries. All right. So let's go into this. And I will say this, for those of you who use like some autoresponders, Get Response, some of you who use like Aweber, things like that, a lot of those companies have privacy policies that are already set up. So you don't really have to worry about too much in that aspect, because like I said, a lot of those companies already have those privacy labels and warnings and stuff out there to kind of protect them, because some of us are not aware of it. All right. All right, so moving right along, the next question, what really is entrepreneurship? Okay, well, entrepreneurship, it is a process, basically, of designing, even launching a new business, running a business. It's often described initially as like a small business. And people who create these businesses are called entrepreneurs, right? Now, being an entrepreneur does not mean that you're on your own. And that's what a lot of us get confused. When I first started doing any type of business, I think one person helped me. The young lady you all met last week, her name is Etta. She was like my other go-to person, right? But other than that, we did not allow too many folks to come in and work with us, do anything, which that is a big mistake mistake. Partnerships are so key when it comes to doing any type of business online, and not just online, because doing business in general, you may not know everything. So when you create the partnerships, you allow that one skill set that you still have to develop be used through someone else. You're using it through someone else. You're sharing that vision through someone else. Now, I will say you do have to be very mindful and cognitive of who you're bringing on, because not everyone may have your vision or may, be working towards the same thing that you're working towards. And I've been through those situations as well. But partnerships are definitely key. All right, I'm going to move this around Facebook Live a little bit so you guys can see it. Now, those also, guys and gals, we are on YouTube. InTouch News is on YouTube right now, streaming this live. Typically, they're on Facebook. However, there's different platforms that we want to build here, and we're starting to build our YouTube platform. And so if you have not done so, make sure you go check it out, subscribe. I'm not the only show on here giving out great information, and if you're on YouTube, you're going to catch everything that is happening on this station. And just tell me, once you get on and you're at work, like, you won't even hang up, because it's just so much great stuff happening. So make sure that you do check out YouTube for just not only my show, but other things that this station is having going on. All right, question number 2. Should I focus on revenue? Oh, wow. Should I focus on revenue initially, or should I work on the branding? Well, branding and revenue are definitely key, okay? But I think entrepreneurs need to understand that modern day business is pretty much like traditional business. The only thing is we have the internet, so it makes it a little bit easier. Now, for me, after doing a couple of startups, after doing a little bit of work, I realized that at the end of the day, it's not about getting the unending rounds of funding. It's about sustaining the growth. So say, for instance, you get that one sale, right? And you may have schemed and did every little thing to get that one sale. But if that's not a residual customer, then you're not going to sustain your growth. And so that's the thing that you all need to focus on. You need to focus on actually making, a unit, whatever it is, whatever product it is, viable for others. You need to make sure that it's something that can be profitable, something that focuses on building the revenue. I know in the online world, we talk a lot about having that lead magnet. And that lead magnet is basically you having that free offer up there. And when that free offer is out, you're pretty much gaining or getting new leads or new followers based on this one free offer, okay? And on this free offer, however, a lot of us tend to think that that is it. Once we get this free offer, they're automatically going to sell. But that's not typically the case. What happens is we do have to follow up. And it is said the sale is in the follow-up. The sale is in the follow-up. I did not believe that until I began to follow up. Most people are not going to make that purchase off of that free offer. And sometimes you do want a offer that could be about 10 or 15 bucks just to get a committed buyer. When things are free, sometimes people don't really value it, nor will they move on to the next level. So I would say make sure you do have something in there. Focus on revenue. Branding is definitely important, but you won't be in business if you're not making money. You're just going to have a very expensive hobby or nonprofit that you just love working, all right? And you're not making any money. All right, so on Facebook Live here we have Etta says, right, big mistake. People you want to partner. Yes, you need genuine people to partner with, all right? So again, I'm going to give out the phone number, 813-444-9588. That is 813-444-9588 for more questions in regards to building your business online. All right, so going back to my list of questions here. It's about building an audience. Where do I start to build an audience? All right, so, man, this is where a lot of businesses miss the mark. They make the mistake is building an audience, right? So let me just tell you about some of my mistakes. You go through putting together this beautiful website. You sit and you get all the widgets on there and you get all your opt-ins, and you put all this time into getting this, like, just magnificent site together, right? But the money doesn't come because you do not have an audience. you can have this platform, but you're not going to get the funds if there's not an audience. So let's do this. All right. So one thing that you can do to start building your audience is podcasting. For those of you who are open to doing some type of podcasting, that's a way. Or how about being a guest on someone's show? So if you see different shows that are going on, if you've or listen to podcasts, submit your information to be a guest on their show. What that does is it puts you in front of a new audience, number one. Number two is it also shows you as an expert in that particular field. So whatever topic you're going to go on and talk about, make sure that you are prepared, because, again, being a guest on someone's show and being the expert, you do want to know what you're talking about. Number two is for building your audience is either do a guest blog for someone, and that's another partnership, or start your own blog. Now, starting your own blog can be difficult in the beginning because when you're starting a blog, you don't have that audience originally. And some of us don't have the funds to pay to push that blog out there. But there are a lot of free platforms to put your blog on. That's why when I said be a guest blog writer. I recently partnered with a young guy, Isaac, here, I believe in the Bay Area. And he just reached out to me and was like, hey, could I use one of your blogs? Could I feature your blog with his audience? Awesome. Yeah, sure. Of course. So I, gave him one of my blogs, and I have been getting a new audience, new leads from folks that are in my local area that I originally had not advertised to. So being a guest writer to someone, and even if you have a team together, be guest writer amongst each other. That'll help you all out when it comes to building your teams and building your brands and getting in front of new people, because although you may have a following of about 5,000 people, not all 5,000 like you like that. Not enough to buy from you. I'm just going to keep it real. They don't like you enough just to buy from you. And so it's the thing called attraction marketing. You want to attract your right crowd, but not everyone that you attract are ready to purchase. So get in front of other audience. Now, another way to build your audience is getting exposure from some of these big gurus. Now, this does take time, all right? And you have to be willing to do this. Hello, Alethea. Hey, Michael, how are you all doing? Okay, so what I mean by that is on a business page, if you have a business page, and I say business page instead of a personal page because your business page is unlimited growth. But if you're on a business page, go look at some of those gurus' pages. Go get on their pages as your business page. Comment as your business page. Interact with their following. Remember, although these people are following the gurus, it doesn't mean that they can afford their products. You may have something that they want. You may be more appealing to them because they can relate to your story. Once you're a guru, everyone thinks you got it made in the shade and they don't see the struggle. But if you're a young newbie and you're trying to make it and you're on these gurus' profiles, you're talking, they want access. These folks are looking at you. Again, it takes time. It takes dedication. It's something that you have to do every single day. Oh my gosh, one of my mentors is on here. Hey, Sean. Sean Johnson is like my online, big brother mentor. You know what I'm saying? Really just helped me out when it comes to just getting my brand together. I was afraid to do a lot of stuff. And he's like, girl, just do it. What you playing for? Just do it. So I got to definitely give him a shout out. But that is what you all need to do. Now, I do have a YouTube that I teach you all how to comment as your business page. If you do not know how to do that, you can go to Ebony Cruz, my YouTube channel, and check out that free. It's a free video, and there's nothing I'm selling in there, just so you all know that. But it shows you how to go to other business pages and comment as your business. The more frequently you do that versus scrolling through YouTube on Facebook, the better it will be for you and your businesses. All right. So we got to take a quick break. I'm going to continue answering questions from Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook here today. You're listening to On the Cruise, the show that is helping entrepreneurs leverage the internet and build a business. We'll see you back soon.
The other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking kids here to Florida, grab a pen of sundown. 184-361 Rick. That's 184-361-425. Never worry for it, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 1-800-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky, is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and giving you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
My name is Gil Sampson. I didn't come from a very rich family, and so paying for college would have been very tough. I don't know if I would have been able to go to the college that I went to, and then I don't know if I would have gotten into the career that I am in. So I think Bright Futures has done a lot to shape my life. Got a job as a structural engineer, and I design residential buildings, commercial buildings all over the United States. Because of Bright Futures, I was able to go to college. You know, so many kids just don't even ever get that opportunity, and to be able to do it and not have any debt when I graduated is amazing, and it was all thanks to Bright Futures.
Florida has created more than 1 million jobs in only 5 years, and a great education connects our students to these exciting opportunities. That's why the Florida Lottery has funded Bright Futures scholarships to help over 725,000 students attend college. Because every play is for education. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
All right. You're listening to #On the Cruise, the business show that is here to help you build your business online, leverage the internet, and get the success that you are looking for. I keep telling you all about the 5-day workshop that is going to change your life. For those of you that are doing business online, you can check out that website by just going to www.successwithebonycruz.com. My name is spelled EBONECRUZ. Check out that workshop and tell me what you think. All right. So when I left off, we were talking about building an audience. All right. So that was the last question that we did have. And I said jump into podcasts, larger exposure, things like that. All right. So we're going to move to my next question here. Is once you have a plan and you implement it and it does not work, you know, where do you go from there? I need a lot of advice in that aspect, because sometimes when I fail, it's hard for me to keep going forward. All right, so that's what business is. Business is a test. Some of the most successful people have had the biggest failures, and failure is what's going to get you to reconstruct the plan and implement it. All right, so if you failed that one time and you think that one idea was the idea to take you where you're supposed to go, listen, you are not prepared for this life we call business or life in general. Because in life, there are failures that teach us. Some of us learn, some of us don't, you know, and you can just tell based on the course of someone's life or someone's business, you know. And sometimes when I say stuff like that, I get beat up a lot because they're like, well, you're trying to say, you know, certain people, hey, Tom, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining. You're trying to say, you know, that I don't know what I'm doing in life. Let me tell you guys something. Like, I have been through ups and downs all throughout my life, right? I'm sure everyone has. Everyone has a story. But those downs cannot justify or determine who you are as a person. And for business, that's the same exact thing. Now, when you're in business, who is this? Let me see if I can. Maybe she doesn't want me to call her name out. But this question here, you're saying once you fail, sometimes you don't know how to get up and keep going. All right, so nothing beats the odds than an old testimony. Listen, you got that testimony of how you were running so hard and you tried and you got knocked down 2 or 3 times and you just kept going. The universe is going to come around. You may say God, some of you say universe, however you may put it out there. It's going to come around in your favor, but you have to keep going. Now, a lot of us think we can just pray and everything's going to happen. But listen, if we're not working and we're not putting any work, prayer is not going to be the only thing that's going to help our business be successful. You know, some of y'all be like, God ain't showing up. Well, you're not showing up neither. And that's the question you have to ask yourself sometimes. Are you putting in enough hours? Are you doing the best you're supposed to do? And this is a conversation that I get from people that tell me, hey, at my job, you know, they favor this person or this is unfair. But think about you going to work. Are you on time? Do you get there 15 minutes early? Are you just on time? Do you go above and beyond of your position? Are you being the innovator, creating ideas, adding solutions? Are you in the break room gossiping, talking, hanging out? You know, same thing with your business. Are you waking up early with that routine? Are you going to network events? Are you networking? Are you following up? Are you implementing plans? Are you redoing the plan? Those are things that lets me know when folks are doing business and when they're not. And sometimes for me, many people say, hey, you've gotten too busy where you don't help me out. Listen, if you're not helping you, I can't help you neither. So what I want to say to this particular answer, this question, this advice is that, you are going to fail umpteen times. And even when you feel like you make it and you're having steady flow and steady income, a failure is going to come up, right? With that new idea. And that is okay. That is how you critique the craft. That's how you get it a little bit better. All right. So just refine the process, improve certain parts of it, and keep going and just keep working. That's all you have to do. All right, so next. All right, next question here. Do I launch or do I scale my business? Do I launch or do I scale? Okay, that's kind of a vague question because launching and scaling are kind of two different things. So I'm going to say always launch with a bang. If you're launching a business, I would always say launch typically at the end of a month or the end of a quarter. That's when I would start my launch. That way you can gauge for the next quarter. This means that if you have affiliate partners or joint partnerships through different webinars and stuff like that, there could be different launch bonuses that you do. So if you're launching at the end of a quarter, what that happens is to catch this, this deal on this new program that we have, you may have a 1 week deal or a 2-day deal, but it's at the end of the quarter and you're pushing it before you actually go through that next new quarter. See, a lot of us, what we like to do is we like to, kick that launch up at the beginning of the year or the beginning of the month or whatnot. But at that time, people aren't really, pushed to buy, So when you catch them towards the end of the month, one thing you're running into is, for those who check those pay periods, you're going to run into the end of that month pay period in the first, right? Number two, some people are looking for change, right? The end of the quarter, if you're like me, I live life on quarters. I have to kind of gauge how I'm doing on quarters. And so it's the best time to push a serious launch to see serious momentum and revenue in your business. From that point, it's more like you're reinvesting and scaling. So once you've already launched, now you're reinvesting and pushing a little bit more. You're starting to scale the business. You're starting to grow it, and growing a business online is not easy. There is a lot of competition and there's a lot of things that we're doing all the same. And so, hey, Isaac, I just gave you a big shout out. Thank you so much for sharing my blog. I super appreciate it. His name is Isaac Lane. If those of you that are looking, check this guy out. But those are some of the things that you have to understand when it comes to building your business and building your brand. Some of us, we don't want to do Facebook Lives or we don't want to do post daily, but I'm not saying Facebook Lives is the way for you to build your business. Now, video will attract an audience faster than just a regular post. But if you're consistently posting great information, maybe that's how you're going to attract your folks. All right. But you just have to be consistent. It is a hard thing to do. Of course, we want lifestyle freedom, but any type of business that you run, you're not going to have lifestyle freedom. I just want you guys to understand, guys and gals, to understand that when you're running a business on your own, it's not going to be a lot of downtime. All right. So when you think you're an entrepreneur, you took that leap and a lot of your days are at lunchings with friends, eating and talking, and you're not working. Listen, that's money that shouldn't be spent on these cocktails or these appetizers when you haven't made any money. And so I sent something out to my personal business group. We have a little small business group, and I sent out, this was for, I believe, those that are...
Can you repeat that?
Repeat what?
If you ain't got it, don't spend it.
Don't spend. If you don't have it, don't spend it. Don't do those lunches. I see a lot of people who take that leap, right? They take this entrepreneur leap, and every day they're out cocktailing, they're just out hanging out, and that's not the way to go. All right, so what I did is, say, for instance, you're looking to make $25,000 in 30 days. For those of you that are online, all right? So what this means is whatever product that you may have, and you must have a product, whether you're an affiliate marketing or whatever, most products are about $45, right? Most startups are about $45. So if you were to sell 19 pairs of jeans per day, for $45, you've made $855. 19 pairs of jeans, so that's 19 customers, right? All right, so if you were to sell 25, let's say, we're sticking with apparel, 25 bodysuits for $35 a day, you've made $840. All right, 34 jumpsuits at $25, $850 for the day, and say we did 21 tops at $40, you made $840 for the day. You add all that up times 30 days, that is $25,000 per month. All right, so what happens is, this is what we have to get out of the mind frame of thinking of. For $40 is not a large investment. The reason why you're going to save $47 instead of 50 even is because it's a mind trigger. It's a psychological trigger. And I probably shouldn't be giving you all this great advice, but I gotta help some of y'all. All right. So when you're doing your pricing, you notice you'll see stuff that says $19.99. It's like, oh, it's under $20. Although it's really $20, the mind says it's under $20. Same with $47. All right. So what you have to get out of is the fear that people don't have $47 to spend. Some of you aren't asking for the sale. You're kind of waiting for the person to say, I want it. But in order to actually get to sell, you have to be a little bit aggressive and say, okay, so when I'm going to get you started today? You know, you have to ask them certain questions. And that goes into my personal coaching. Like, I can't give out some of the questions, but in my personal coaching group, when the ladies do reach out to me, I'll explain to them that there is a method to the sales process. And a lot of us like to work on marketing and branding, but we never like to build our sales process. Selling is a skill. It is a craft that you have to learn. And if you're not willing to learn it, you're not going to sell much. But if you're looking to make $25,000 per day before the end of 2019, I will drop the little link in here so you all can see it. But it's simple as really just getting out there, getting a certain amount of sales per day in order to do it. All right, guys, girls, females, whatever, y'all out there, you know, y'all need to learn how to start asking for the sales. All right. So let me move on to my next question. All right. I cannot focus on the standard form of business. I've tried to devise a plan, both innovative and traditional, but implementing seems to be the hard part. When I get started, I get a lot of no's and then I get discouraged. Okay, so that goes back to, you know, just fear. So in this particular question, it's I think of new ideas. So let's talk about like Amazon, for example. I believe Amazon started off as books, right? Like a little bookstore online, right? And no one thought that he could do this online bookstore. Like, no, people aren't going to do this. And he kept pushing. The first couple of times it didn't work out. And he actually started, I believe, from like the comfort of his home. I want to say like a garage or a basement, but he started off of really nothing. And what he did is he just kept pushing until some folks finally picked up the idea. Then he started adding on other products, right? To now, Amazon is delivering anything that you can possibly think of. He is doing it. So although the idea isn't in place right now, or you feel like it's too soon for some people, sometimes you have to dumb it down a little bit because technology can scare people. And I do understand that. But if the idea that you may come up with and you feel like the wave isn't ready, bring it down in pieces. Break it down in pieces. Introduce it in different segments, different pieces. So year one, I may introduce it in this way, and year two in that way. And as you're doing those introductions, reach out to different companies. See, a lot of us, you know, we want people to come to us, but you got to reach out to Apple if you got something for Apple. You got to reach out to Amazon if you got something for Amazon. Those are things that you have to do. So innovation, definitely. I would not knock it out of my, and I would stay innovative. Innovative is where the world is going. All right. Think about when it's just politics in general. Politics is innovative nowadays. All right. Implementing is going to be your number one key. This morning I woke up, I listened to a very powerful motivational video. Again, shared it inside of my private coaching group. And it talks about the number one failure of most business owners is implementing. They just don't implement. They take all these trainings, they pay all these courses, they go to all these live events, they buy all the fancy equipment, you know, and they fix up these nice offices. You know, I can look at so many people's offices online, and I'll show they'll see I'll get to see some of these nice background offices, and you get to see these studios, but you're never using them. You have to implement. You have to implement. Like, if you're not implementing, I don't know what you're doing. All right. So Facebook Live has ended for some odd reason. Maybe I'm going too long, so I'm going to get it started back up again in just a moment, probably after break. Maybe I give them a little break. But for those of you that are on YouTube, again, if you are looking for ways to build your business, build your brand, listen, you got to just start doing it. learn how to set up your Facebook, because that is the main place we all go to, or your Instagram. Learn how to set up those profiles and learn how to start using them. All right. So you can go to Success with Ebony Cruz, ebonecruz.com, and check out the free workshop just to get you guys going. All right. So we got to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to go to more questions, open the phone lines, and get you all going. All right. You're listening to InTouch Radio, where everyone is a star.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecue? Come see them two brothers in the grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
Hey, this is Miss K with K's Kitchen, cooking Chicago-style fried chicken and fish with the authentic Chicago-style mild sauce. Come check us out at 5508 North 50th Street in Tampa. We're open Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 6, or you can call us at 813-368-5196. Again, that number is 813-368-5196. See you soon.
When it comes to reality radio, everyone is a star.
I know that's right.
On your smooth soul and R&B station.
On the World Wide Web.
Access granted.
InTouch Radio.
Hi, this is Dr. Veronica Walters, also known as Dr. V, the head of school at the Walters Academy for Entrepreneurship, a place that we like to call The Way, where we're educating today's youthpreneurs to be tomorrow's billionaires through social entrepreneurship. Do you have a student who's bored, frustrated, gifted, inquisitive, creative, business-minded? Then maybe you need to check The Way out. Listen, we have an educational platform that allows for individualized instruction. It's strengths-based, project-based, and designed to help your student become the absolute best they can while starting their own business and being an entrepreneur. If you're looking for something different and you need to find a more excellent way, then you need to visit us at The Way. That's The Way, www.thewaetampa.org. Or you can call us at 813-603-7923. We look forward to showing your student a more excellent way at The Way.
We're back. You're listening to hashtag On the Cruise. It's your girl, Ebony Cruz, where my goal is to help entrepreneurs learn how to build their business online, leverage the internet, and get the success that you have been looking for quite some time. Now, for some of you that were on my original Facebook Live, Facebook might have just told me, listen, you've been talking too long, all right? It's time to hang up. All right, so those that are sharing it, I appreciate it, because sharing is definitely caring, but it gets me in front of a new audience, and we get to teach new people and impact more and more folks, all right? So I've had someone here in my inbox saying they're trying to call. I don't know, just keep trying. I'm not sure what could be happening. I haven't heard the phone ring, but 813-444-9588. You can give us a call. If you want to give me some questions in my inbox, that'll work too. Either way. But either way, we're rocking and rolling. All right. So for those of you that are new to InTouch, InTouch is also it's a radio station. Actually began off as a newspaper that is based here in Tampa, Florida. And what happened? Someone wants to join my Facebook Live. I don't know if you can join my live. Sorry, hon. And so what happened was they have launched out, gotten bigger, and now they are a radio station, and they are on a couple of different platforms now, which is awesome. So right now we're being streamed live from YouTube. So if you are a YouTuber, make sure you go over there, cruise on over there, and subscribe to the channel. Now, today's show is not guest-oriented. It's all about answering questions that have been sent to my inbox. So for some of you that are like, who is Ebony Cruz? How does she even, why should I even listen to this girl? All right, so the reason why I started the show of doing business online or whatnot is because that is an area that I went to. I used to be in the entertainment world for a while, and then I left, got my master's to learn how to just do business in general, and then I jumped online. All right, now I did not need my master's to do business online, but it definitely came in handy with doing with building the enterprise, shall we say. All right, thanks for coming back, Tony. Appreciate you. So what it is, what I do, and the reason why I'm here is because I take what I've learned and I now go back and teach you all on what has been helping me grow online. All right. So today I'm answering questions from those of you that are on YouTube, those that have, and I got to give a big shout out. I have hit about 1,300, a little bit over 1,300, almost 1,400 YouTube subscribers. Super excited about that. I got like the big email from YouTube like, wow, you've hit XYZ subscribers. So I'm super excited. You guys, on my YouTube channel is where I do a lot of my trainings, so you all can see what is going on. This live may end up on that YouTube channel as well. All right, so let me go back to questions here. Okay, so I have a lot of skill sets. I do. I don't know which one to lead with. Sometimes I start off with my cleaning business. Other times I go into my camera business. Which one do I lead with first? All right, so jack of all trades, what it sounds like. And you got to stop trying to be a jack of all trades. Now, I'm not saying give up a trade, but what I mean is one of the things that I've learned early on is ways to find out how well I can strive at something better than other things. All right, so trying to be a jack of all trades only means is that it opens up your business to failure. And this is what made me go back to school and kind of revamp what I was doing, because originally when I was in the community, I was everywhere. Anybody know me? I was like, I was at every event, whether it was technical, whether it was festivals, whether it was fraternities. So like I was at everything, right? So the brand was unclear. People were kind of unsure of what Ebony did. And so I had to get off the scene for a while, right? I just had to kind of go back, study, what I need to do. And that's what I did. I had to study. I want to do more of coaching. I want to do more of branding, teaching those how to brand, and teaching you how to build your business online. And so when I first came back, one of my bigger contracts that I did receive was working with Offer Transportation here in Tampa. And it was more about kind of branding and information, which was like awesome for me. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is what I want. Although I wanted to be online, however, it's in the city. But it allowed me the opportunity to use what I've learned to, get that information out, So that has been a great thing for me. But going back to the question here is that stop trying to be a jack of all trades. Like if you have a lot of ideas, it may not be the season for all ideas, okay? Some stuff, it may not be time for you to do that. So what I mean by that is for this young guy who said he has a cleaning business and a photography business. What I mean is that if you're still learning how to use that camera, if you're not 100% at it, focus a little bit more on getting that cleaning business to produce revenue. All right. If that is your thing, that's where you're going. Because whatever business you're going is going to require some type of personal development in order for you to continue to learn, to build it, to learn like the industry trends, to learn how your business is going to grow. And if you're like trying to be in everything at one time, that's not going to help you out at all. It's going to be hard. So what I would focus on is one craft at a time, and it may be, give yourself timelines and deadlines. The reason why I say that is, for some of us, our deadline to do a particular thing in our business is non-existent. So we may not work hard to brand our business. We may not work hard to get that staff or to grow into a new area because it's just so vague of when we want to complete it. We just say we want to be entrepreneurs. All right, so what does that mean when you want to be an entrepreneur? What does that mean when you want a successful business? You got to start being a little bit more clear on the vision, on the message, so you can know what you're working towards. When everything is so vague, you're just working. You don't have a goal in mind, and so there's nothing that you can check off accomplishments. I love to treat myself. Like I get a kick out of treating myself, guys. Like, and the way I treat myself, it could be, this month I want to make XYZ amount, right? Or this month I want to get, ABC or this amount of new clients, and if I reach that goal that I set for myself, I want to treat myself at that point. But, you have to have goals and deadlines so you can kind of track what you're doing. So jack of all trades, definitely not the way to go. I would definitely say focus on one thing at a time and outsource. Outsource is very important. All right, so coming up next.
The phone line
is up, guys. 813-444-9588. 813-444-9588. So you guys can call in with your questions, comments, or testimonials. All right, so next, roadblocks. Roadblocks and rules can also be altered. I hear you. This is a live question. They're typing now. I hear you saying keep going, but with all due respect, if you've had too many failures, why would you keep going? Well, okay, that goes back to the person. Listen, it's how bad you want it. If you don't want it, then stop. Go work the 9 to 5. But I tell you this is don't complain about the 9 to 5, about the breaks, about the lunches, about the vacations, about not being able to do what you want to do when you're saying, why keep going? It's crazy reasons of why some of the people do the things they do, but if there's no reason why, and coming online doing business, what I had to learn is I had to define that reason why. Now I could say my kids, which is general, right? My kids is my reason why, but I can get comfortable because I know how to make a way for my kids and be comfy, right? My reason why had to be a little bit more pain. It had to add a little bit more pain for me. And my reason why was my mother, and we may all say our parents are like the best in our lives, but my mom has just been that backbone. And every adventure I decide to do, whether she know what's going to happen, she's just always been there. And over the past few years, she's had a couple of health concerns that, she hasn't been able to be herself. And so, I see where the tables are turning, and my why is to provide her the lifestyle and her ending days that she provided me throughout my life. And so, yeah, my kids are definitely a reason why, but my mother is that driving force behind me, is that I don't want her to go without any health treatment that she may need, in anything, any medicine. I don't want her to have to go out. She can't eat what she wants to eat, or she can't go where she want to go or spend. I want her to live the best life now that she's retired that I can possibly provide her that she provided me. So that's my why. And sometimes you have to go back and revisit the why. They said respect, with all due respect, that's just something you got to go back and ask yourself, is this something that you really want to do? Your name is Misa. She said Misa. I think M-I-S-A, Mish, I think. So not Misha, but Mish. That's something I would have you do. Go back and ask yourself, is this what you want to do? If not, then let it go. You know what I mean? But don't force yourself into doing something that you don't feel is right for you right now. All right. So should I lead with Facebook or Instagram? Should I lead with Facebook? Oh, great question. Great question. All right. So it basically depends on where your tribe is and what you already know. So if you do not know how to use Instagram, but you're better on Facebook, I would lead with Facebook, because it's going to be much easier, more comfortable for you to learn how to use your Facebook. Now, Instagram is a great platform as well, but again, it's where your tribe is. So if you know your target market, and identifying your target market is going to be key in anything that you do. All right. So if you have identified where your market is, that's the platform you need to be on. All right. Now, there's two different styles of marketing on Facebook and on Instagram. And so that's, again, where I say you need to know where your people are and how to talk to them. Now, this drives me into this next question about defining your target market. All right. So after the show, I'll drop in my defining your target market worksheet. But the way you define your target market is through a series of questions that you want to ask yourself. And it's about 20, maybe questions, 25, I believe I have on this worksheet, that you want to know, are you speaking to men or women? Are they married? Do they have children? Have they been to college? What type of income do they make? What type of magazines do they read? What shows do they watch? You want to know your target market inside and out. And the reason for that is that's how you're going to form the message to talk to your target market. So I always give the example of weight loss. I love this example is because when anybody that do anything with weight loss, they're always saying this is the quickest way to lose weight right now today, right? But you haven't talked to your folks, right? But what if you form the message to say, are you a mother who does not have time to get in the gym, to work out, you raise kids, but you want to lose weight? I have the key to help you losing weight. Number one, we talk to, are you a mother? We talk to, two, you don't have time, you're raising kids, so you can't work out. So this has already sparked the interest of this particular person. So you have to hit the pain points of your market, all right? You got to hit the pain points of who you're speaking to in order to create that message. What's up, KD? How you doing from South Carolina? Have not heard from you, young lady. Hope everything is going well with you and your business. She does traveling. And so I get on KD a lot, too, about defining your target market. All right, so we got to take a quick break here. And when we come back, I will close out with the rest of our questions for today and tell you how you can get on this 5-day workshop. All right, talk to you guys soon. We're right here on InTouch Radio, where everyone is a star.
Comes to reality radio, everyone is a star.
Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be.
On your smooth soul and R&B station.
On the World Wide Web.
InTouch Radio.
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay, call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida, grab a pen or sundown. 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky, is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and giving you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
Hello, this is Angie Fox, founder of the Ash Wednesday Cigar Club. We meet every first Wednesday of the month at a Tampa Bay area cigar lounge. $20 per person includes a featured cigar, libation, appetizers, and a door prize ticket. Check out our list of upcoming events at ashwednesdaycigarclub.com.
And we are back. So I want to just start off by saying, listen, I do apologize that the phone line might have been down, but hey, we've been helping. You know, y'all been hitting me up in my inbox, so I appreciate that. You can call. We are back up and running, 813-444-9588. Again, that's 813-444-9588. I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, I'm not gonna get through all these questions. So some of you on YouTube this morning, I was up responding to people. A lot of people were asking me questions about it's an online business opportunity that I originally started before I jumped into affiliate marketing. It's called Appin. I think that's like my most watched video. I want to say it's like 13,000 people have viewed that video. Again, shout outs, kudos to everyone who has viewed that video. And on that video, everyone asked questions about how does it work. All right, so number one, you do have to be in the United States for certain projects. Number two, you also have to have a certain amount of friends on Facebook. All right, so if you're at like 100-some people, listen, don't even apply. I think you need to be at least about 1,000 friends on Facebook, Instagram. I want to say about 1,500 because they want you to have an audience. All right, and the purpose for that is you would be a social media evaluator. So you're looking at different promotions from different companies. You're giving your opinion and things like that to see if their ad is really working to the target that they're reaching out to. All right, so that's something that I hope you guys understand on Appin. A lot of those questions were coming from there. Some were coming from my Secret Shoppers video. So Secret Shoppers, for those of you who've watched that video, if you have to pay to be a Secret Shopper, I do not advise doing it. I've only Secret Shop that I've ever done, and really the only reason why I did it because I wanted to make sure that you all knew how it worked. It was free to sign up. It took me maybe 5 minutes to sign up, and you get to pick which projects you want to do. They tell you how much the projects are worth before you even get going. And, it's just up to you how many times you want to work per week. Now, if you're in a smaller city, I would put a bigger city that's not too far away from you as your go-to city so you get more projects. But secret shopping is great. It works. It's fun. Excuse me. I've even had my child engaged in it. She's they needed teenagers, and so she was able to do it. So it's something to look into. But if you have to pay for it, stay away from it. It is not something that you need to do. All right. So let me go back to some of my questions. I have about 7 minutes, I guess, because I do get off a little bit early. I had about 7 minutes. So I do want to get to some of our more questions that I do have on YouTube. All right, so no. I get a lot of no's. How do you make the best of every no? Well, listen, believing that you are an entrepreneur and you are new, no is going to be like the thing that you hear a lot. But let me tell you how you use your no's, all right? So if you're not taking notes, okay, what I mean is your no's are your trainings. So if someone gives you this crazy reason of no, take that reason down, and now you're going to research why you can create a rebuttal for it, okay? So the next time you get that no, you'll be prepared for that no. You need to understand listening. No is a part of the job. You got to listen. Some of us like to talk our way out of a sale, and we're not listening to what our clients or what our prospective leads may want. We're trying to get the sale so bad. So you have to start listening, and listening from an investor's mind frame or even from a customer's mind frame, hearing what they need and what they want. Embracing your no's will help you create ways of how to turn those no's into a delayed yes. All right. So what I always say is, don't give me a fast no, give me a slow yes. My dad used to hate this when I was young. I'm like, before you give me a fast no, listen to all the details and just give me a slow yes, right? Don't give me a fast no. And that's sometimes what you have to do, right? Don't overtalk it. But definitely learn and use your no's as trainings. I don't know if you all train yourself, but I use a lot of my no's, a lot of my situations as trainings for myself. All right, focus. How do I focus? Should I optimize or should I start? All right, so I would say focus on starting, not optimizing. If you're building a product, don't try to make it perfect from the beginning. Don't try to make it perfect out the gate, all right? If you're running ads, don't do cost per clicks, all right? Don't do that immediately. Remember, you got to find who your target is. If you're getting started, focus, remember, on revenue, not profit. You just want to make money to sustain your business, not profit. And also, your number one goal as soon as possible is to learn how to optimize later down the line, right? So say, for instance, you bought into a network marketing company, right? And say your monthly fee is $49.99 per month, all right? So what you want to do is learn how to make, or in the first 30, 60 days, make money to cover that overhead cost, all right? So you're not putting out $50 a month. You are gaining that $50 back. All right. So that's what you need to focus on. So if that means I need 2 sales, I need 3 sales, focus on getting those 2 or 3 sales versus trying to sell the masses. All right. You want to always sustain your business. You want to make sure you have revenue coming in. And that's what I did in the beginning, is I wanted to make sure that I was not paying out of pocket a lot. Like that's what you got to do with these these affiliate marketing companies. All right. People. So with my customers, employees, and investors, how do I keep them out front and center? Well, keeping your people front and center, I would say involves creating or building a solid foundation for your business. So that means taking time to invest in your business, adding value to your products and to your vision. Nothing is more powerful to me than simplicity, especially when you're pitching a business. Be simple. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. You don't want to confuse your customers. You don't want them to be lost or get lost in your business lingo. If they're not used to the business, they're not going to know the lingo. So keep it simple. Also, clarity. If you have clarity in what you're doing, it'll help you attract the right people and the best people. It also help you receive more success if you're clear on who you are speaking to and where you're going. Okay. Going down next. I hear you talk about target market, but how do I understand my role in the market? All right, so understanding your role in the market is, again, understanding, are you a service provider or a product provider? Do you have products or service? All right, so one, we know you're selling either a service or a product, all right? But two, in order to be successful in, I say, the modern world of entrepreneurship, is to clearly understand what you're trying to do. So if you're preparing a service, then you need to make sure that your message is focused on providing that service, right? If you have a product, you don't want to talk about how great this product is and why everyone needs this product and, wow, check out this product. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is talk about how you have used a product, and hopefully if you're in this business, you're using your products. If you've used the product, how it has helped you, right? You may not give the name out right away. You shouldn't, but how you have seen growth and seen success from this product. It might be a weight loss, a hair growth, whatever, but you have to make sure that you are talking about how it has helped you. Remember, people like to see testimonials, and testimonials are very key, especially because we're online. All right, so last question before we get out of here is, should I take advantage of new opportunities early on? You got to understand which opportunities are best for you. Remember, I told you all to focus on the goal. So if you're saying yes to everybody that comes around, your business suffers. All right, so make sure you know if it aligns with the business goal, with the business plan, yes, do it. If not, hey, right now is not my season. I can't do it right now, but I'll keep you in mind. I'll put you in my back pocket and, for when I'm ready for that. All right, so I appreciate all of these questions from you all. I will make sure I get back on YouTube and answer some questions also in my my inbox on Facebook. Do apologize about the phone lines, but you can call. Tampa Bay Tammy is coming up next. You can call in and hang out with Miss Thang. She is the lady of the Bay, 813-444-9588. And if you haven't done so, join the 5-day workshop, all right? 5 free days of learning how to leverage your business online, and that is at www.successwithebonycruz.com. All right, see you guys next week.
Smoothing out your favorite R&B flavors.
What's your flavor? Tell me what's your flavor.
InTouch Radio.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm glad this week is over. I need to get away. Go home and throw my clothes on. Come get you right away. Can't wait to see you looking lovely. I hope